In this video, we will briefly go through document and record requirements for API manufacturing under cGMP. All documents related to API manufacturing should be prepared, reviewed, approved, and distributed according to written procedures. Any document changes should be recorded in the revision history. There should be clear procedures for document and record retention. Production, control, and distribution records should be retained for at least 1 year after the batch expiry date. For API with retest dates, these records should be kept for at least 3 years after the batch is completely distributed. All records should be completed at the time the activities are performed. Corrections should be signed and dated and must not obscure the original entry. Records may be kept in paper or electronic form, provided they are easily retrievable. Specifications, instructions, procedures, and records may be retained as originals or true copies. There should be specifications for raw materials, labeling and packaging materials. Any electronic signatures should be authenticated and secure. Records should be maintained for cleaning, sanitizing, or sterilizing equipment, including the date, time, product, batch number, and the name of the person who performed the activity. This may not be necessary if dedicated equipment is used for one API and the batches follow traceable sequence. Records should be maintained to document the manufacturer, quantity of each batch of raw materials, labeling, packaging, name of supplier, any identifications and date of receipt. There should be documentation for examination of the raw materials and final decision of accepting or rejecting them. Master production instructions should include the API name, identifiable raw materials, quantities or ratios, production location, equipment used, and detailed manufacturing instructions. The batch production records for each API batch should include complete information on the production and control. They should be checked to make sure they are a legible and accurate reproduction of the master production instructions. Batch production records should include the date, equipment used, batch identification, critical process results, sampling information, signatures, in-process test results, actual yield, packaging and labeling details, deviations, and release testing results. The laboratory control record should include all performed tests to ensure compliance with standards and specifications. These records should include sample descriptions, test methods, sample quantity, raw data, calculations, test results, signatures, test dates, second-person verification, method modifications, calibration information, stability testing, and out-of-specification investigations. Batch record review should follow a written procedure to ensure that batch production records, laboratory control records, packaging, and labeling all comply with standards before API release and distribution. Thank you for watching. Please contact us if you would like more information.